You probably don't have a niche problem, you have a starting problem. I want to say that again because I mean it. The reason you've been sitting on your niche for weeks, going back and forth, watching videos, is not because you haven't found the right answer yet. It's because you've been trying to think your way to clarity instead of act your way into clarity. Here's what I see constantly: smart, capable people who are stuck in paralysis by analysis because of two fears. Fear number one: what if I pick the wrong niche? What if I commit to something and it doesn't work? And fear number two: what if I'm too specific? What if I niche down so much that I run out of things to talk about or run out of things to post? Both of those fears feel very real, but they're keeping you stuck. Your niche is not something you figure out perfectly in advance and then execute. It's something you discover by doing. Every single person you look up to, they didn't start with perfect clarity. They started with messy, imperfect action. They paid attention to what was working and they refined from there. By the end of this video, I don't want you to have a perfect niche. I want you to have a direction because that's all you need to start. Before we get into the framework, I already know some of you are thinking, but Danielle, I have so many interests. I am a multi-passionate individual. I like travel and wellness and business and photography and food and rising up the corporate ladder. How do I pick just one? I hear this all the time, and my answer always is, you just need one entry point and everything else circles around it. For example, I talk about business, travel, content creation, motherhood, surfing, making money online, digital nomad lifestyle, marriage. My brand covers a lot, but I didn't start there. I started with one thing. I started with travel. That was the entry point. Everything else came after I had built trust and an audience around that one thing. Now I talk a lot about business, but it doesn't mean my niche is each one of these things. The lifestyle brand comes later and it evolves as you start executing. So if you are multi-passionate, I'm not asking you to give that up. I'm asking you to choose one door to walk through first. Your niche can and will evolve, but it won't ever be able to if you never start. So let's make this really simple. There are 3 parts, and when all 3 overlap, that is your niche. Take out a pen and a piece of paper or open up your notes or a new Google Doc, and I want you to list out everything that comes to mind when I say the following. Number 1, your experience and your slight edge. This is everything you've done, lived, learned, your past jobs, your skills, your life experiences, your interests, the things you figured out the hard way. All of it counts. I want to be really clear. You do not need to be an expert. You do not need a certification or a decade of experience or a PhD. Although if you do have it, that is amazing and where you should probably start. You just need to be one step ahead of the person you want to help. That's it. If you've spent 3 years building an online business while traveling and you know how to land brand deals and grow on Instagram, you are years ahead of someone who is just starting. To them, you are the expert. Or if you moved abroad and have no idea what you're doing, but hey, you're in a different country, you're already ahead of someone who hasn't made the leap and booked the flight yet. So ask yourself, what have I done that other people haven't? What do people come to me for naturally? What did I figure out that I wish someone had just told me earlier? Write all of this down. Number 2, the problem you can solve. This is where people go vague. They want to help people live their best life or step into their full potential or find balance, but that's not specific enough. What people pay for is a solution to a specific painful problem. So the question is, what do people already ask you about, or what painful problem have you experienced that you worked your way out of? Here's the filter I want you to apply. Is this a paid problem or a free content problem? A paid problem is something urgent, something that's costing someone time, money, opportunity, peace of mind, or happiness right now. Free content is nice to know. Paid problems are, I need to fix this urgently right now. And you want to be in the paid problem category. Number 3, is there a market for this already? You don't have to reinvent the wheel here. are there already people building businesses around that niche? This is the easiest way to validate demand because competitors are your friend. It means that there are people out there paying. It is your job to put your own unique approach out there and do it better. So now, take those three things, your experience and edge, the problem you can solve, the validated market, and find where they all overlap. That intersection is your niche because it is where people will already naturally see you as an authority and what you have enough experience in to create consistent content around it. That is what you should start with and just start executing. Once you've decided, you now have everything you need to build your first offer to start getting paid. And here's the formula. I help specific person achieve specific result in time frame. That's it. That's your offer promise. Let me give you some examples so that this lands. I help digital nomads land their first remote income stream in 90 days. I help aspiring influencers land their first collaboration in 90 days. I help new moms lose the baby weight without giving up their lifestyle in 12 weeks. I help photographers book consistent clients through Instagram without running ads. See how you immediately know if that's for you or not? That's what you're going for. Now, once you have that statement, you now have two paths. High ticket, so that's coaching, consulting, a done with you program or a done for you program, typically over $1,000. Your time is involved, but your transformation is deep and your income is fast. Or you can go with low ticket, so something like a course, a guide, a workshop, an ebook, typically under $500. Less of your time, more scalable, but takes longer to gain momentum. And if you're watching this and you're thinking, okay, I kind of know my niche direction, but I don't know how to turn it into an actual business, that's exactly what Wanderlover Business Academy is built for. Helping aspiring creators and coaches make their first $5,000 online in 90 days. We just launched version 4.0, and inside you'll find step-by-step clarity and structure. There's a full roadmap from niche to offer to content to sales in an order that actually works. We also have an AI Wanderlover business coach. So if you're still going back and forth on your niche, you can literally tell it your expertise, passions, interests, goals, and it will help you decide using AI and the business framework that I teach. It's like having a strategist available 24/7. You get lifetime access, and there is a 30-day money-back guarantee. The link is in the description. Remember, you don't need to have it all figured out. I didn't have it figured out when I started. I just started. Students in the academy didn't have it all figured out when they started. They just started. Everything I know now came from the decision to begin before I felt ready. You have everything you need to go start, and I'll see you in the Wanderlover Business Academy. Have an amazing week, my loves.